Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to NBA 2K20. This is our My League Let's Play. It's episode number 3. The expansion, Cascadia Evergreens, doing quite well, all things considered. One thing to consider, though, is my personal play has been, well, quite poor. Certainly less than stellar, but let's let the AI push through again. We're going to simulate through day. We'll see what kind of deals we get offered. Team takes a few straight losses, struggling a little bit. Scouting coming along for a number of players out there, and we definitely have some potential in this group that it's showing. So late December now at 15 and 14. The team's still over 500. And yet is currently out of the playoff picture. The only teams in the West below 500 is a very, very short list. Lakers leading the way at 20 and 10 currently. We're going to head into our next game, my third game of the season. Let's see if we can close in a little bit further. Lost the opener by over 20. Cut that to 12 in my second appearance. Let's see if I can improve to, I wouldn't say a win yet, but let's see if we can at least get down into single digits in our next. Ay, ay, ay. Another poor start here. So I just could not get that movement correct. But we get underneath our man and get a nice clean drive to the hoop that ends up not only in a miss, but the defense not getting back. And my constant problem remains a problem. I think if that continues into this game, I might have to adjust a slider a little bit because we are just really, really struggling. And that was supposed to be a pass, and somehow we put the ball up in the air as I got the double team there at that last moment. And I had started to pull up, but I pulled back on that, knowing that I had an open man underneath. Little late. That's not going to be a make. Ooh, nice pullback. I'll admit that had me fooled. There we go. Got the field goal on that one. Again, that constant issue that I keep having of I defend well, I rotate well, and somehow over and over again, my opponents get a man wide open underneath. Ow! How is that not a foul? How is that a miss? Definitely take the blame on that one, but signs of improvement, still plenty of signs of weakness though. Keep getting in close, just cannot finish. There it is again. Quick fast break, no defense. No idea why he didn't finish the shot in the first place, which then put me in that awkward position of being totally covered down low and end up putting up a terrible shot in the end. I'll take the blame on that one as I got behind the play, had to switch off the man to cover down, but then ended up really down on guys. Wide open. And I get that almost perfect. Not the full green bar, but I get that almost perfect. And it doesn't fall. I've had no luck when it comes to threes so far in this one with this team. I've got guys that could shoot, which is really weird. Got it. Terrible at 33%, but we'll get there eventually. Finally, some good defense. We're out running again. Three-point game. Fighting back. Definitely the best run I've had in the first 3 games we've played this season. I think Porter almost caught that and pushed it through the rib on that rebound. 1-point game. And we've got a lead. My first lead of the season in a game that I've played anyway. And there's timeout. 2 minutes left here in the half. I think that's an 8-0 run. And after struggling there for a while, I've scored 2 straight and gotten back into this one. It's a 2-point game here, mid-third quarter. Finally, a 3-pointer. And back within 1 point. Oh. Big block from Johnson there to bail me out after I make that mistake. And he's going to go coast to coast. Or not. He was certainly in there. Oh, come on. Wow, we lost it twice. How does he go through me, right? There was nothing about that sideways movement. He went straight through me. Hey! We get 2 in a row for Beasley, and it's 37-37. Steal and transition bucket levels the score at 43 and sets us up for a 2-for-1 here at the end of the quarter, but another easy bucket. Hold for last shot here. Or that bar was maxed out 100%, but didn't get the green indicator that it was 100%, and actually missed it by quite a bit, so it was a bit of a strange one. But just a 2-point game as we head into the fourth quarter is a massive step in the right direction for me. Still really not playing terribly well, but considering we are playing on pro, and I have not played this mode in quite a few years. After just a few games to get to this point is good. Win or lose. Tie game.
Phenomenal defense there, but even better offense. Next to Moore. Now, here's Hernan Gomez. He kicks to Graham. The pass to Harris. Clock at 4. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Puts one up from 19.
Oh, of course. Defend that play perfectly, and they score anyway. Under heavy pressure, without a good look. You went the wrong way. What is he doing? That's not at all what I was trying to do. That was the weirdest sequence that sticks. The buttons were completely non-responsive as the AI had decided how it wanted to handle that situation. Got the layup. It's one thing that's worked best for me over these first few games is transitioning quickly and putting my head down and attacking the basket. I've gotten a lot of makes that way, and I've got a lot of work to do on other things. Pick and roll is working so-so. I've not gotten other plays to work out at all as of yet, but with time, with practice, we'll get there. Follow me with the journey, and we'll figure that out. Certainly leave comments below as well for extra tips. Oh, what? A, I thought I had the block, and B, how? How did he make that when that was defended perfectly? I was all over that one.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Graham. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Down low. Here's Porter. And to get open is Johnson.
Oh, how is that not a foul? Man, oh man. Yeah, that was... I played that well, and it somehow didn't go in, and then it turned into this awkward... Looked like heavy contact, but obviously was not in that case. But there we go. I get behind the defender and get the easy layup there. Back to a 4-point game, 3 minutes to play. Said I do not expect to come out with a win today after the struggles that I've had early on in this season, but just being here at this point, close, makes me happy as I then go and give away a very easy 2-pointer on that one. What do you mean 3 seconds? We put a shot up. Ooh, I'm not a fan of that call at all. That's coming off of a shot. It didn't hit the rim. Doesn't have to hit the rim. Shot's a shot. It was coming off a block. No idea why we end up with a 3-second call coming out of that. And Graham gets stuffed there as he's off balance. His feet went like 3 inches off the ground, and he's defended by Podol there, who has a foot on him to begin with. Podol barely has to get off the ground, and he blocks that shot, and somehow he's on the free throw line. So bad luck does not amount to anything in this, as skill has amounted to most of all, but I've definitely had a little bit of bad luck here in the last minute or so with what's looked like a missed call at one end and made call at this end that looked clean, Felt clean, seemed clean. I mean, like I said, he was an inch off the ground. Well, more than an inch, but it was like 3.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place. Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Coaches make less than players. It's easier to fire them, blame them, and bring somebody else in. But coaches are a big part of the game.
I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had it open, he's taken. There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed on things.
Oh, Johnson gets into the right position, but Monk reads that really well. And that is entirely my fault as the lead goes from tie game. Is it 10 straight? Oh, am I on a 10 straight? I don't think. It's like 10-2 or something like that, but... Nine for 25 in the first half, 10 for 20 here in the second. Big difference, but my defense is still less than stellar. Porter better make that. Oh, gosh. Beasley with the putback, but I definitely thought Porter had a good look. I mean, he had a man closing him down as the ball went up, but... No, did not want that one. There it is. 4-point game. 14 seconds.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he commits the intentional foul. That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
4 points.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Come on now. Miss this one. Miss this one. You can do it. Oh, come on. Cousins making 2 free throws? It's not over yet, but we definitely did objective met win or lose here because we've gone from 20 to 12 to single digits, and this was a 4-point game. Go, pass. Back to 4. 6 seconds. Cousins again. Isn't Cousins a below 50% free throw shooter, or do I have the wrong guy in my head? Huh. 3 points. But we were too far down. I mean, there's nothing we can do. I suppose timeout might have been appropriate, but that's not in my hands. I don't even know what the button is for a timeout. That's it. 64-61. What a difference, though. We go from 20 to 12 to 3. And we had a real shot. We had the lead a couple of times. We were in it. Had some really bad runs. Played bad defense. But the offense much improved, right? I went from 40 to 42 to 61. I definitely created a lot more scoring chances. Still going against teams, though, that, you know, these are the bottom end teams. These are the teams I should be competing with. That time, it was ugly, but it was competitive. We'll see if we can pull off a win here at some point, and then we can start, you know, playing a little better teams on the games that I'm choosing to go after. Let's take a look at the box score on this one. Johnson with 15. Nice. 6 of 12. Beasley, 5 of 6. 12 points, 3 rebounds, couple assists. Otto Porter with 10 points. Conley. Not seeing anybody who was atrocious here. Melton was 0 for 2. Yeah, much better. Much better performance. Up to 49%, so massive step in the right direction after I've been in the 30s for the first couple games that I've played. Still just 2 of 8 from 3, but I scored 2 threes. I only had 1 in the first couple games. 7 of 8 from free throw. Real problem was they were 8 of 10 from free throw, and they're not a good free throw shooting team. And Cousins, 3 for 4. I had 42 points in the paint. It's clearly where I'm getting the most. 10 second chance points and only gave up 2. That's a real step in the right direction, as I really struggled with that the first couple of games. 9 offensive rebounds, 22 defensive rebounds, so really grabbed a lot more than I have in the past. Just 5 turnovers. They only had 2. So utilizing the trade finder for the first time, look at a package Biyombo and Felicio for possibly whatever I can get in return. Biyombo at 27. Felicio, for one thing, not worth hanging on to, especially the $8 million salary. Biyombo, $17 million for one thing. 1 year on the deal and wants to test free agency, so I am trying to look for something a little more long-term in return. The Bucks, George Hill, Arvin Williams, not going to do it for me. Dang. I do kind of like where we're going with this one. Rozier, 3-year deal. Yeah, he's making $20 million a year, but he's on a 3-year deal. Very retainable, and Cody Martin's young, will develop. Oh, they want my first round pick for that though? Oh, from 2024. Okay, I'm actually leaning towards that being an okay thing. I get younger, I get extended deals, I'm not going to lose the players. Let's look at the player card here on Rozier. He is loyal. "14 points a game, which is more than any of what my guys have. Okay on the driving layup. But he's good on close shots. A decent 3-pointer. Shot IQ is good. Pass accuracy is good. Ball handle is good enough. Good interior defense, much better than positional average. Perimeter defense is just about good enough. Speed is also just about good enough. That still has good potential. Alright, there you go. Deal done. Let's push forward in the calendar. So as I've gutted the team a little bit further, we're moving further and further up the draft, something I'm completely happy and content with. We are 18 and 27 now. Team chemistry really suffering though. So we're going to look to make a little bit more in terms of moves this season. We'll continue to see how I improve as a player, but I still like the way we've started off. I really do. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Oof. Just ahead of the T-Wolves. Bye for now.